Steak and chips with a delicious creamy sauce, nothing beats it. But I want to show you another version. Instead of using beef steak, we're going to be using tuna steaks. Have a look at this stunning piece of fish that I picked up at my fishmongers this morning. It was so beautiful, I couldn't resist. So I'm going to use a steak sauce with this. I know it sounds a little crazy, but it works because tuna is so meaty. Now I've been preheating a pan. You want it to be quite hot because just like a beautiful fillet of beef, you don't want to overcook this. In fact, you want to serve it really rare in the center. This is going to take less than a minute on each side to cook. So a drizzle of extra virgin olive oil over the fish, and we'll just rub that in. You can see how gorgeous and lean it is with a slight amount of fat on this side. I'm also going to add lots of salt to form a beautiful crust on the fish. Okay. And just like a fillet of beef, you do want to bring it out of the fridge before you start cooking it because it'll be too cold in the center. Pan is super hot, and then in goes the fish. So I've finally chopped some French shallots. I've got my mustard, I've got butter, my cream ready to go. I've also got some thyme, and I'm just going to pick the leaves off the thyme because that is going to go into this sauce. Now, this sauce is fantastic with fillet of beef. It's a mustard cream sauce, but I really like it with fish too. The mustard, in particular Dijon mustard, is quite mild in flavour, so it doesn't overpower the flavour of the fish. Okay, so that thyme's looking good, and I'm just going to finely chop that thyme. It smells so good. Okay, let's have a look at the fish. See how the protein has changed colour there? I don't want to overcook it, so that's the maximum amount of time I want to cook it on that side. Flip it over. Oh, look at that caramelisation, just right. And I want to give that a few moments at most. So I'll grab a plate and we'll just take that out. And we'll place that on there. Okay, in this pan, I'm just going to turn it back on a very low heat because we don't want these shallots to burn. I'm going to add another tiny splash of oil and some butter, and just let that butter melt without burning, and then in with the French shallots. So a few French shallots, just grab a wooden spoon, and we want to mix them. We do want that caramelisation because it's going to give our sauce a really nice colour. The thyme can go in. And I've also got pink peppercorns. They're milder in flavour, slightly floral. They're not overpowering like a classic peppercorn, so I do like to use them, particularly with fish. And I'm just going to reserve a tiny amount for a garnish later on. We want to toast them off very briefly. And instead of using a dry white wine for this, I'm going to use a dry vermouth. Usually get it in a martini. It goes really well with the tuna, so in with that. And just allow that alcohol to cook off, and then in with the cream. Now, I like to use a cooking cream for this. It's fantastic when you're heating it up so it doesn't split. And there's alcohol in there, which means acid. So some creams will split. By using a cooking cream like this, it'll thicken up quickly. It'll stay glossy too. Let that come to the boil. Time for our Dijon mustard. A good amount of that can go in. Start in the center, just slowly mix it in so we don't get any lumps. And you'll see that that also helps thicken up this sauce. So now I'm just gonna let this bubble away for a minute, and then we can plate up. Look how velvety it is. And you know that it's ready when you get a wooden spoon and you can draw a line in the back of it. See that? Perfect thickness. We'll turn it off. I'm serving this with some chips, of course, because it is a tuna steak and chips. I'm going to pour over this delicious sauce. So we'll just grab that nice sharp knife, thinly slice it. Have a look inside. That's exactly how it should be. This beautiful cut of tuna. You don't want to overcook it because it'll become dry. Place that onto the plate and straight into that sauce, showing off how beautifully cooked that is. And to finish it off, those pink peppercorns, sprinkle that over the top, a little extra salt. And that's a really clever way to do steak and chips with a creamy mustard sauce, and it tastes really, really good with chippies. The best.